People used to say this, it doesn't cost much to look expensive, it doesn't cost much to look good. I think people tend to forget that the older these models, the less expensive they become. Hey riders, it's me, your number one car girl. I'll be taking you on trips to give you the best road experience. I'll provide solutions to your needs. So put away your stuff, hop on and ride with me. If you're new here, please do well to subscribe and tap on the bell icon below to turn on post notifications. Hey guys, so when I was younger, people used to say this, it doesn't cost much to look expensive, it doesn't cost much to look good. I didn't really think about that as I grew older. And yes, your appearance actually does tell a lot about you. Don't you agree? Okay, so over the years, people have looked at supercars as though they are really expensive and they are too luxurious and they can't afford them. Even something as low as maybe an Audi S8 2009. You get, but I think people tend to forget that the older these models, the less expensive they become. Okay, so today I'm going to be taking you through my 5 most affordable supercars. So stick around. So at my number 5, I have the Dodge Challenger SRT HELLCAT. Not the red eye, just the HELLCAT. 2019 to be precise. Now this muscle car here is powered by a supercharged 6.2 liter Hemi V8 engine. Of course, all of its power is channeled towards the rear wheels, which allows you to enjoy that drift course. Yeah, and well, it exerts about 717 horsepower, about 650 pound-feet of torque. So you can see that all of that energy that you see on the roads when you see this muscle car isn't just beans. It's actually a lot worth it. When it comes to fuel economy, well, I would say it does better than its competitor. Looking through the cabin, you see that it's actually very spacious. It has a lot of space compared to its rivals, which are usually cramped. Technically, it is super ventilated and very, very comfortable for a muscle car. Anyway, so apart from the comfortability and this spacious cabin, what else do we see? To me, the design is pretty basic, but that's not a problem. The dash presents us with an 8.4-inch user-friendly touchscreen infotainment system, which as usual, like in modern cars, is compatible with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and then buttons are also present for alternative use. Normal, cool. Anyway, well, it presents us with a lot of cargo space and safety tech features. The safety tech features are super cool. Present, we have the adaptive cruise control, the forward collision warning, the rear view camera for rear viewing, and the rest of them, which work super, super nice. Now, the downsides to this car, the things that I don't exactly like about the car. When it comes to handling, I prefer the version with the 8-speed automatic transmission, because the 6-speed manual transmission has poor handling, doesn't respond quickly, and so it's just off. And then the interior, remember I said it's basic earlier, that's because it has a lot of plastic here and there, which make it look not as luxurious as the car actually is, but it's super cool. So if I were you, which version would I go with? The manual transmission or the automatic transmission? Okay, so at number 4, now you're probably expecting me to talk about or to say something like, at number 4, we have the almighty, the all-powerful, the Ford Mustang GT500 or even the 350R. But nah, none of that is coming in here. Rather, at number 4, I have the almighty, the well-powered, the supercharged Ford Mustang Bullitt. Yes, I have to talk about the Bullitt. You'll find out why I choose the Bullitt over the Shelby GT500 and 350R. The Bullitt is actually, or let me say the 2019 Bullitt is actually a remake of the legendary Bullitt, the legendary car that was used in the legendary movie. Yes, I have to use a lot of legendaries. Of 1968, titled McQueen's Bullitt. Now, you see, the highlight of that movie was this 10-minute interval. And there was this very, very mind-blowing car chase between McQueen and some bad guys. And the moves, oh my god, they were mind exploding. Like, is there any other way I can actually describe this? It was super amazing. Okay, so Ford decided that after 50 years we want to bring back this legend, and so they practically put all the features of that car in the 2019 Ford Mustang Bullitt and released it in October 2018. It's powered by 5.0 liter V8 engine. You're waiting for me to add supercharged, Abby. It's not supercharged. Yes, and then it exerts about 480 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. Now this beautiful baby here has all of its power channeled into the rear wheels, which measure about 19 inches. That's you're waiting for me to say something bad. It's good, it's good. Anyway, okay, so this Bullitt, what else do I like about the Bullitt? It's actually, it looks exactly like the normal Shelby, of course, like the regular Mustangs, but it is very distinguishable. How? It has a badging at the back of the car. There's none on the grille. Then it has one on the door seals. Of course, we have to have it on the steering wheel and on the car seats. Why wouldn't they do that? They have to just design the entire car with bullet, you know, so that we can enjoy the motor vehicle very well. The interior was designed tastefully and has very nice upholstery. The seats are well ventilated, super comfortable, and it's not as spacious as the Dodge Challenger which seats 5. This one just seats 4, but it's not as cramped as the one I'll be talking about very soon, which is also a very great ride. So sitting on the dash, we have an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system. Of course, safety tech features are also available, and they allow for adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, and the rest of them. So the Bullitt, wow, fuel economy is better than the Shelby, yes, at an 18 mile per gallon rate, of course. Accelerates from 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. So the thing about this car is that you can take it on the track and enjoy that sport car experience. You can also enjoy it in the regular Lagos traffic situations. So nonetheless, it gives you that joyride experience, like the ride with me. You know, despite the fuel economy, it has a pretty small tank, so you might be stopping frequently to fill up your tank because you can't buy like large amount of fuel. Nonetheless, it doesn't make it any less of a great car. Well, to me, honestly I prefer it to the others, and it costs just about $47,000. Can you imagine? $47,000. That is super inexpensive. So aren't you going to get this one? So at number 3, we have the 2019 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. Of course, the ZL1 is the highest trim, and it is powered by a supercharged 6.2 liter V8, which is paired with a 6-speed manual or 10-speed automatic transmission gear. Of course, all of the power is channeled to the rear wheels, which measures about 20 inches, and it exerts about 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. Great ride in it with all of that power. It has basically all of the same features with other muscle cars. Maybe not all supercars, but most of the muscle cars. When we move over to the interior, it presents us with an 8-inch super user-friendly touchscreen infotainment system, which is compatible with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as usual. Safety tech features are also present, and something I really like about this car is you enjoy it both on track and as a daily driver. The downsides to the ZL1. Remember when I talked about a car that has like a cramped cabin in number 4? Yes, the Camaro is what I was talking about. It's pretty cramped. So you might not, if you're someone who's big, you might not exactly want to go for the Camaro. Nonetheless, if the driving experience offers you like minimal body roll. It has, in fact, if you're looking for great handling, you have it here, right here in the Camaro. The ZL1 costs about $62,000, and I know that you're like, whoa, that's too expensive, but this is the good part. You can actually go for the base trim, which is the 1LS. So the 1LS, of course, like I said before, this is the base trim, so you can't exactly expect the same features. Well, this is powered by a 2.0 liter 4-cylinder, 4-inline cylinder, or inline 4-cylinder. It exerts about 275 horsepower, and it is paired with a 6-speed manual transmission, or you have the option of an 8-speed paddle shift automatic transmission. Moving over to the interior, you see that, well, it's basically the same thing. You just have like a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system, which of course doesn't have all of the features, and compatibility rate isn't the same as usual, but this is a way better, and to me, I feel like this is a user-friendly car, although you might want to go for the 1LT, which is actually better than this, but the higher the trim, the better it becomes. So if you're someone who doesn't want all of that sporty feel, you can actually go for either the 1LS or the 1LT or other trims. Anyway, this trim costs about $26,000, so it's actually super affordable. You can get this one. Now we're down to number 2. At number 2, I'm very sure you can see this coming. I have the 2020 Tesla Model 3. Is that mind-blowing? I don't know. Did you see it coming? Anyway, so this is actually the most affordable Tesla series that was actually released this year. So yes, it had to make my list. It's a really cool car. What do I like about the Tesla Model 3? Tesla says it's going to provide 299 miles of driving range. It accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds, and it has a top speed of 162 miles per hour. Yeah, that's actually really cool. Okay, so the exterior, of course, well designed. It's really nice, really cool. The performance version rolls on 20-inch performance wheels, which of course comes with performance brakes and the sports suspension, amongst others. Moving into the interior, it's actually really beautiful and super cool. It presents us with a 15-inch touchscreen infotainment system, which of course allows for Bluetooth and USB connectivity. Oh, I forgot to add, it actually is self-driving. Yeah, so the Tesla can drive you while you're asleep. In situations where you don't have enough sleep at night and then you're just all tired, you can just tell your Tesla or put in the stuff and say, oh, take me to work. And then you close your eyes and you wake up and you're at work. Okay, it doesn't exactly happen like that, don't mind me. It's quite roomy. The cabin is pretty roomy. I will say yes, really roomy for the front seats, but I won't exactly say that for the back. It's a bit not too roomy, no, but not cramped, all the same. It's pretty much okay. What else about the Tesla do I like? Yeah, it's fully electric. I'm pretty sure everybody in the world knows that. It's fully electric, so with constant power, you can actually charge your Tesla overnight. Now the question I'm going to ask you is this: what happens when there's no power at night and you have to drive your Tesla to work the following day? So with all of this being mentioned now, do you really think that the Tesla doesn't have any downsides? Well, personally, there are a few things I don't exactly like about the Tesla. One is that it has small range, and so if you're driving on highways, of course you know that there's low probability of your braking, so the battery doesn't recharge. This though doesn't apply to crowded or overpopulated cities like New York and Lagos in Nigeria. Then the infotainment system, I'm pretty sure you might not have noticed, but I didn't mention it being compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Yeah, it's actually not compatible with that. This doesn't even allow for radio except online streaming. Then charging stations. Imagine you going out and then your car battery is low, or like I said earlier, you're not able to charge overnight and then you have to go out and then you have to charge your Tesla. While there are not very many charging stations around in the US, there's none in Nigeria currently. Imagine going out and then, okay, picture it as though it's a gas station. Yeah, you want to charge your car, someone is charging, of course, or people are charging at the different spots, and then you have to wait for 1 hour for one person, or you even have to wait for 1 hour to charge your own car. That is tiring. And Wow. But anyway, I guess they put that into consideration, and then they made their infotainment system compatible, so you can actually stream movies on Netflix, on YouTube. So yeah, they did all of that entertainment stuff just for you, so you don't get bored while waiting to charge your car, because that's the only reason they can actually do that. What do you think? So the Tesla Model 3 Performance you can get at $56,000, but you can also get the base trim at $36,200. At number 1, we're going to be going all the way to Japan, and we're going to be seeing the grand NISSAN GTR NISMO 2015. Yeah, I just had to talk about that. This wouldn't have been complete if I didn't actually put this in, don't you think? Yeah. So the GTR NISMO is powered by a twin turbo-charged V6, which exerts about 600 horsepower and 481 pound-feet of torque. Of course, all of this energy is channeled to all 4 wheels, which allows you to enjoy that drift course. It's paired with a 6-speed dual clutch transmission, which can run both in manual and automatic modes. Well, it's an okay car. You know, a while ago, someone asked on social media, why is this GTR still underrated in Nigeria? Moving to the interior presents us with, as usual, a touchscreen infotainment system, which allows for Bluetooth and USB connectivity, radio and all of that stuff, clearly. The cabin is quite spacious, especially the front, which is pretty roomy. There's a lot of leg room, a lot of space for you to actually move around, and the seats are quite comfortable, so you're going to enjoy a very, very cool ride. Then the cargo space is also pretty decent. It's pretty decent, actually. I'm pretty sure you're wondering, this can't all be rosy. So this brings me back to that question I asked earlier. Why isn't this car, or why is this car so underrated in Nigeria? Let's talk about the downsides now, shall we? Yeah. So the downsides of this car, which do I even begin with? Fuel economy. Fuel economy is shit. It's total shit at a very horrendous 11 mile per gallon rate. Like, who even does that? Then the cabin. The cabin is you remember I said it was spacious earlier? Yes, that only applies to the front. I feel like it should have just been left to be a 2-seater car instead of the 4-seater that it is. Actually, it's super cramped at the back, like really, really cramped and super, super uncomfortable. You won't enjoy going on long rides in this particular car. Then when we get to the part of the designs, I'm pretty sure you noticed I didn't talk about that earlier. It is super basic, not luxurious at all, and has a whole lot of plastic in the car. Like, that is alarming. Why is there so much plastic in a supercar? Then the last point, which is actually very frustrating, is the fact that when you actually get into this car, after a previous ride, it forgets all of the previous settings. It has no memory at all, so you practically have to start resetting everything all over again. Like, it can be really frustrating, especially if you're in a hurry. But it's okay. It might not be much of a problem, but nonetheless, it's a great daily driver, and you will enjoy this car, especially when you're cruising around your town or city on a Sunday. You're just trying to enjoy a simple drive around. It's actually super, super cool, especially when it's in comfort mode. Although the chassis is quite stiff, and that's very hard to miss. Oh, one more thing, it costs a fortune to maintain. I just thought I'd chip that in. Anyway, the 2015 GTR NISMO costs about $45,000, but you can get maybe a 2009 GTR, not NISMO though, for about $39,000. That's a lot less expensive. Well, if you've looked at this list and you feel like, oh, these are still too expensive, then you can go way back to older models. These are just new models that are really affordable. So you can go way back to older models. Maybe you can get the Maserati GRANTURISMO 2009, or you can get the Audi S8, or you can get any other supercar. There are so many of them that are super, super affordable. Some of them even cost way less than $10,000. So you might find what you're looking for in these rides. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you really had a great time. I really would love to know what you think. So if you have any other suggestions, I'd like to see them in my comment section, please. Thank you. I'd also love to interact with you. If you have questions, don't forget to put them all in there. If there's anything in particular you'd like to see too, of course. Who says no to these things? Anyway, so as usual, I'd like for you to subscribe. If you haven't, hit the like button, turn on post notifications, just simply tap on the bell icon below and share my video. Thank you so very much. Thank you guys. Also, I forgot to add, I've hit over 100 subscribers. Thank you so much for all your love so far. I really appreciate it. But let's keep this train moving. Let's not get it to stop at any time. Thank you so much. Once again,